Hey, what's up everybody? Today, I'd like to talk about some real life bullshit for once. And that is my problem with landlords. To this day, I've never had a good landlord. And since me and my girlfriend are looking for a new apartment, I'm constantly reminded of how much they suck. To make a long story short, we've had a lot of trouble, and that's because we have a cat. And every single ad we look at says no pets. We've tried to call these ads anyway, explaining that we only have a small cat that's litter trained and well behaved, but these people just don't want to hear it. I kind of find the whole no pets thing weird on a few levels. First of all, ever since I've been renting apartments, every single landlord I've had has made me pay a security deposit. So shouldn't that theoretically deal with any damage an animal could cause to your property? Secondly, if I'm providing you with references from previous landlords, shouldn't that kind of prove that I'm a responsible pet owner and wouldn't let my pet destroy your property? It really just doesn't make sense to me. I can kind of understand if someone had multiple animals, or 2 dogs, or 3 cats, or something like that, but I have 1 cat. What's the worst that's gonna happen? Honestly, how much damage is a cat gonna do? Sleep too long? Why don't you assholes bend a little and realize that the most damage a cat can do is create odorous fish breath? The second thing I'm noticing as we read these ads is how unreasonable these landlords are about what responsibilities a tenant has to them. I'm expected to pay you and for you to fuck off and leave me alone till the next month. That's about it. Instead, you bastards think that because you own the property, you can enforce any kind of stupid bullshit rules onto the very people who are providing your income. For example, I recently saw an ad for a house for rent. Now, this was over $700 a month, and I guess that's pretty reasonable for a house for rent, but the landlord wanted the tenant to keep it completely spotless because he was selling the property and wanted it clean for the realtors who were showcasing it. So, in essence, you expect some poor bastard to fork over $700 for rent, keeping it completely spotless, and he'll eventually be kicked out because you're selling the property anyway. Give me a fucking break. Another ad I saw said that the rent for a certain apartment would be lower if the tenant agreed to do chores for said landlord. I don't know about you people, but when someone just lists chores, I think it could be anything. Maybe I have a sick mind, but it sounds like he's just trying to be vague so he can get you to do whatever he wants. For all I know, it could be giving his grandmother a ride into town, or putting the orange slice in his mouth as he jerks off and hangs himself. I'm digressing here, but basically I just want to say that since tenants are the ones paying you money, maybe you should treat us like human beings for once. And that when we pay you, we expect just a tiny bit of respect.